Hello, hello, Gemini Rising. My name is Julia. Thank you so much for tuning in to your Avalon Rituals reading. Today we're going to have a look at the conjunction of Saturn and Pluto, because that's today, and I thought I'm going to use today's energies to give you a reading how this conjunction is affecting you. So I have already laid out the Lenormand spread, but I also picked cards from the tarot. So I'm going to do a little combined reading. First of all, I said Gemini rising. So if your rising sign is Gemini, you're right here. If not, just switch to your rising sign, because you are going to know what area of life is affected by this conjunction if you look at your rising sign, and then you know in what house it is. And for you, Gemini, it is, let me just have a look. Oh yeah, it was the 8th house, of course. The 8th house. The 8th house is the house for death and rebirth, for transformation, and which is in itself already intense. But with Saturn, which is the Lord of Karma, of time, which is about also structure, and with Pluto in conjunction, and Pluto just being like, no, Pluto is basically death and rebirth as well, and transformation. So there is a lot that is at the moment falling away in order for the new to be built upon it, and for the new to that is more in alignment with who we are now. So having this in the house of death and rebirth, having a death and rebirth in the house of death and rebirth, is really interesting. And I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna show you the cards first that I pulled for you. Judgment and 6 of Wands, swords. How obvious is this? Oh my god, you were going through a massive awakening. Massive. It's time to liberate yourself, and it feels like you were seeing things clearly now, and now you're like, no, I'm off. I know that's not what I want anymore. I'm gonna go there now. And it feels almost like you are, I'm not saying that this awakening was a very pleasant one, pleasant, I'm German, but it now feels like you have a lot of willpower, and you're like, you know what, I'm leaving, bye, I'm leaving this situation, or whatever it is that you are transforming at the moment. And to have a deeper look into this, I'm gonna now switch onto the Lenormand cards, and then we're gonna have a look what is transforming for you at the moment. All right, what I think is really interesting is that the 8th house, which is death and rebirth, transformation, it's the same number in this deck for death, transformation and rebirth, also number 8. I thought that was really remarkable. So if I have a look now around this, okay, there is a decision, and I do feel this decision is related to your transformation. It is, if you look at the cards here, the decision is related to this transformation, to this ending, and I do feel that's the same energies that we just had in the tarot cards. Also, sorry, I'm so excited. It is a blessing, but I feel like you know this already. I feel like you know already. You also have Jupiter here and luck, which is also today a really strong aspect, the Jupiter aspect. So this transformation you're going through, you know already it is for the best. And there was a karmic situation also, which is really interesting. So let's have a look what's also related to this. Yeah, there is definitely a sense of destiny. There was a key moment, and it might relate to your close environment. That can mean family, it can mean the place where you live in, like for example your house or your flat. It can also mean the area you're living in, anything really that is your immediate environment. I feel like there was a massive awakening. Also the things you let close to you in your home, in your field, and I feel like there was a massive transformation, and also a very successful one, something that was really meant to be here. If I now have a look what's coming next is we have the transformation here. There's something about communication. This is mostly written communication, though of course it could be verbal communication as well. It can also indicate contracts or documents. So there is something related to this transformation you're going through, which is related to also documents. And then we have the Tower. So the Tower can mean you being independent, but therefore it can mean maybe even a divorce or a separation, which would indicate also the documents here. So maybe there was a contract and now you're separating. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a lot of arguments going on, a lot of clearing out, a lot of fights, heated conversations. 9, 10, 11. But this is going to lead to a new beginning. If this is not a separation or a divorce, it can also mean you are withdrawing from something else. But again, I do feel like it's something that is really in your immediate environment. So maybe you're withdrawing from a friend or from a business partner, something that is like really close to you. Okay, a positive new beginning. We have positive changes in partnerships, therefore. So maybe with you really standing up for yourself, being like, no, that's not working for me anymore. You also allow the space for something new to enter. And we have then a tricky situation. Tricky situation, sorry, I sometimes just can't speak. The tricky situation is also related to the heart. So let's see where it's going and emotions that are flowing. And then we come here to a secret or to knowledge, to hidden knowledge, maybe knowledge you are going to gain. Fear. But also this knowledge that is coming in, probably something that makes you really emotional, is going to bring new clarity. And then, oh, okay, I see. Okay, great. So I see that then there is this journey. So maybe you're taking an actual journey. We had the ship already in the tarot, which is really interesting. So it feels like there was already a massive awakening. There's something in your immediate environment that is about to change, which is under a good star. It is destined to happen. It is probably something related to some documents or communication, maybe a withdrawal or separation or divorce. It could also mean that you are feeling a little bit isolated or alone. There are arguments, heated arguments, but whatever it is, there will be positive changes in your partnerships, though there are probably, that is maybe the reason here with the immediate environment, that there are tricky partnerships that are not, and that's why we have the, let's say, divorce or maybe the separation from a business partner here, because it was too complicated, it was too tricky. You don't even know if you can trust this person or what's going on, and it's affecting your heart and your emotions. You're very sensitive about this topic. But again, you're gonna get informations. You will get informations that will lead to new clarity, and this new clarity is then allowing you to move forward and to do the 6 of Swords card, basically. There will be a change, like there will be new clarity coming in, and you will get new stability. And also then we have the Sun here. So you're gonna get, after the going away, it will give you more clarity. And often we need to have a bit of distance between the situations or the people that hurt us in order to get clarity again. And then when you find your own inner energy again, you're gonna get stable within yourself again. You're gonna have a new sense of stability, and this is going to give you an energy boost with the Sun card here. So wow, that is really interesting. If you resonated with the reading, please leave me a comment or a like or subscribe to the channel. And I am looking so forward to do the next readings for you. I absolutely love doing the readings for you. And if you want your own personal reading, just drop me a message on Instagram or on where else? Or here. Or write me an email to mail@avalon-rituals.com. I'm sending you so much love from Avalon, Glastonbury, the heart chakra of the earth, and have all a blessed day.